Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. Your tween may be using or starting to use one or more of these social media platforms.
Social media is now a key part of American youngsters' lives, so parents obviously need to provide guidance and rules to help them enjoy its benefits, but also protect them from some of the potential dangers. So join us today, Dr. Stephanie Hansen, a pediatrician. Welcome back to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So like anything, I think there's good things about it and bad things about it. Where would you like to start as far as protecting your tweens from social media?
Well, I do want to talk about the good part of social media because I think it gets a bad rap, and there are some positives to it. It's a great way for kids to have social connections with their friends, to discover people who have shared interests. It's a form of entertainment for many of us, you know, parents included. So there are really some good things, and I don't want to overlook that. But with everything in life, you know, there can be too much of a good thing. And I think the very nature of social media makes it, kids are just drawn to it and they want to spend all of their time on it. And that's where it gets to be tricky because then they lose the opportunity to do other developmentally important things.
So is it addictive or is it just their age? Because I feel like sometimes I spend too long swiping through Instagram myself, but it seems like it's harder to break them away from the swiping.
Yeah, you know, a young person's mind is kind of geared towards stimulation. So anything that's providing them with a constant stream of stimulation can be, you know, sort of addictive.
Time limits?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you're kind of leaning towards.
That's what I'm leaning towards. Just like everything, we need to set limits and boundaries for our kids with their social media activity. And like I always harp on, parents need to set that example themselves. So just like it's addictive for kids, it really can be for parents too. So you need to model that behavior that you're trying to display for them.
How much do you go into the conversation about, you know, thou shalt not covet? What I mean is typically Instagram and stuff like that is like all sort of this dream, fantasy land, best picture sort of thing, and help people realize like, okay, this is great to see, but it's not always reality.
Yeah, I think really kids need to be reminded that that's not real life, that people are presenting a highly edited version of their life on social media. So
their highlight reel.
They're showing their highlight reel, and to understand that that's not what that person's everyday looks like, just like that's not what my everyday looks like.
It can play with their heads. I think especially I have two daughters. We have a daughter as well. You know, it can make them think what the ideal perfect woman is supposed to look like as well.
Exactly. Our kids are inundated with images, boys and girls, of what, you know, what beauty is and what glamour is. And again, reminding them that this is not this person's everyday life. They don't roll out of bed looking like this in the morning.
I've talked to some younger people as well, and like when they put a picture up on Instagram, if it doesn't get a certain number of likes in X amount of time, they pull it down. Like they monitor their own life. I heard that, I was like, wait, repeat that? Any thoughts or comments on that?
Yeah, again, it's that pressure to say, I want to put forth my best self. I want to make sure that it's trying to meet this standard. And so kids are constantly scrutinizing, you know, what they're putting out there and what they're seing.
Boy, that's a hamster wheel, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say we named a few as well, but you know sometimes it's hard to even keep up with what they're. You know, it's not Instagram, it's TikTok, and it's, you know, so many different things that they're on, and how old, some, you have to sign up, you have to be 13 or 18, but they're breaking the rules on that.
Absolutely, all the time. And I think really as parents, again, it's our job to set those boundaries, to be realistic and understand what our kids are exposed to every day. So if you don't know what your child is accessing on the internet, you better find out.
Especially now when we all have a little more, when kids have a little more free time and they're on their phones a little bit more. Dr. Hansen, great topic today. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, stay with us. Coming up next here on North Dakota Today, we're talking about some great summer lake properties that you might not have considered.